Hello everyone, we're going to have a look at some complex sentences today. This follows on from Mr. Lubke's video from yesterday about conjunctions. Alright, firstly, what is a complex sentence? Well, we need to remember that there are three main types of sentence. The first is the simple sentence. Every simple sentence has a verb and a noun group and they make sense on their own. For example, the dog sat. In that sentence, the verb is sat, the noun is dog. Sometimes we can also call these an independent clause. Alright, the second type of sentence is a compound sentence. Now, a compound sentence has two simple sentences or independent clauses joined together using a conjunction from the fanboys list. And those conjunctions are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Sometimes we call these conjunctions joining words, but as we'll see later on, it's probably best to refer to them as conjunctions. Now, an example of a compound sentence is the dog sat, but the cat ran. In this case, we could say the dog sat, the cat ran, but we've used the word but to join the two simple sentences together. The third type of sentence is the complex sentence. So in a complex sentence, we have a simple sentence or an independent clause, and we have some extra information or the dependent clause. The complex sentences use a conjunction that is not a fanboy. So some examples of those conjunctions are although, because, even though, if, once, after, whenever, unless, until, wherever, and there is many, many, many more. Another unique thing about the complex sentence is sometimes a conjunction can come at the start of the sentence. So for example, even though the cat was running, the dog sat. Alright, let's have a look at some examples. Using the conjunction unless, we could say, we won't be going to the shops unless we find some money. Or if we put the conjunction at the start of the sentence, along with the dependent clause, we get, unless we find some money, we won't be going to the shops. Now let's have a look at an example using the word if as our conjunction. The pizza can be eaten if it is not too hot. In this case, the pizza can be eaten is our independent clause, and it is not too hot is our dependent clause. And if we put our conjunction and dependent clause at the start, we get, if it is not too hot, the pizza can be eaten. Using the conjunction whenever, we could say, Mr. Langham goes mountain biking whenever he has time. Or flipping it around with the conjunction first, whenever he has time, Mr. Langham goes mountain biking. And our last example, even though is a two-word example of a two-word conjunction. So the children were stuck inside even though it was a sunny day. Our independent clause is the children were stuck inside. Our dependent clause is it was a sunny day. And our conjunction is the words even though. If we put the conjunction first, we get even though it was a sunny day, the children were stuck inside. So in conclusion, complex sentences have an independent clause, sometimes called a simple sentence, and a dependent clause where the extra information is. They have a conjunction that is not one of the fanboys. And they can have a conjunction and the dependent clause at the beginning of the sentence instead of having the conjunction in the middle. All right, hopefully this has been helpful and best of luck with your work today.